A very good, important message to know concerning the power of fear. It is so powerful, it could actually be used to your advantage to destroy any obstacles or challenges that are against you. And unfortunately, it could also be used to destroy you if you allow it. The power of fear is one of the most strongest emotions of the human spirit, of the human mind. This is a very important thing to know. Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I wanted to say to all of you something that you really need to bear in mind. When it comes to the power of fear, living in a world that is extremely Darwinistic, the so-called survival of the fittest, which is, in my honest opinion, it should be called the survival of the luckiest. Those that are fortunate enough to survive based on the good qualities that they actually have. Now, since we live in a world that advantage is what helps you to survive, and there's a couple of things that people don't know of, or they refuse to know. One most important thing is knowing how powerful fear can be as a plus or a minus. When someone experiences fear in life-threatening danger, I could use my own example, even though so far that's like the worst thing I ever came across, when I was mugged. I used what is called the fight or flight experience or response. And I chose fight. And I guess just that's how I am. I don't know. Now, for those of you who noticed my first video on that, on the power of fear, and I showed an example of from the movie Batman. The Batman Begins, and the whole idea of when you're about to die, when fear takes control of it, when fear takes control of you, you start to lose your instincts of what you need to do to survive. Now, some people may not know this, but the power of fear can also be used to your advantage. And not just with the paranormal. For those, for example, there's a lot of Christian people that say that watching too many horror movies and scary movies is not good because you're just inviting demons and you're attracting evil spirits and you wonder why you feel so phobic and this and that when in fact it's just all psychological. Even if there's something in your house or something that's haunting you or following you, the psychological is what's really most important. It's the power of the mind that saves your life. Not some outside force, but the power of your mind. And if people only knew how powerful the mind can be. Now, this is an example of a situation in which the power of fear can actually help. And going back to what I was saying, when you watch a lot of scary movies, what you're doing is making yourself desensitized. You're building up a tolerance to the point you get to see something even scarier and scarier. And a lot of people say that that's a bad thing, but I think it's a good thing. If it helps to build up tolerance because you're so used to it to the point you get to see something that's scarier, how is that a disadvantage? How is that bad? Now, when it comes to the regular, normal things in life, when your life is threatened or you actually have to do what you have to do to survive, because again, we live in a Darwinistic world, which is totally unfair, but that's the way it is. I wish things could be different, but that's just the way it is. The power of fear can actually be used to your advantage to help you to survive.
You do not fear death. You think this makes you strong. It makes you weak. Why? How can you move faster than possible? Fight longer than possible without the most powerful impulse of the spirit? The fear of death.
I do fear death. I fear dying in here. While my city burns. There's no one there to save it.
Then make the climb. As the child is. Without the rope, then fear will find you again.
that all of you actually saw my point and realized that what I'm saying and the example that you just saw in that clip makes a great deal of sense. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you people understand, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you will. So I would really like to know your feedback on this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.